ramen noodles is not enough, but 2 is too fucking much.
I'm sorry, but that's true as fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go! Tires burn the pavement, people wanna know where Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear, with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A plus the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously on the joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got.
Right, now switch my invite.
Board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready?
Reginald,
Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Reginald, you coming?
To the letter rock, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Reginald.
But can you rock it like?
Yo, Reginald. Damn, Reginald left. Nah, we're not getting back on the
Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attack like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, all think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings.
Ready? You ready? Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Michael Thomas, 58 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and a yard, Cousins.
Auto take.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Cousins. It's caught. Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got some space here. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs,
right.
and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Boy, stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Cousins. And Diggs has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They run again on first down. Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Cousins. Forced out to it, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance. And
the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Now Cousins on 4th down.
Oh, I can make something out.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
Go, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, that would work. We can do that on 2K.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
Well,
this is
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Vikings.
50. Check what he say. Can.
A first down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A gain of 37.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Let's go, D.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. They'll run with Cook. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Only a yard that time, second and goal. On second and goal.
Oh, what?
Cousins.
He's not supposed to do that.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you looking for? Again, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Following the interception, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On second down, Cousins again. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Bailey got the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. They'll air it out deep for Thomas. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. Open man here is Conklin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Listen to me. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Not here. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Lino. Here we go. Check 43.
4th down, Cousins. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Kill. 5-9.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Bree's going to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Cook with a grab. No gain, and it's second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. This is caught. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it paid.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. And not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze to throw. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10.